Yo, man. This is your boy, Big Preezy, man. Locker room talk, man. Man, I'm so happy to be back, man. Golly, man. It's been a clusterfuck this whole damn year, man. And, man, I'm just happy to be back in the studio, man. Shoot, everything been going on, man, as far as the pandemic. Man, it seemed like one thing after another, man. We had Kobe, you know what I'm saying, RIP to Mamba. Goddamn, the pandemic with this COVID-19 and this goddamn racial injustice, man. And we about to get into all this shit, man. First of all, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors at Beacon Radio, man. Shout outs to them, man, for letting us use their studio. And, man, let's get into it, man. I want to introduce our guest, man, my homeboy, Ray, man. He back at it again. What's going on, my dude?
Hey, bro, what's up, man? You said it best, man. Like, just that breaks down just half of the year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm glad to be back here with you, man. We're doing our thing.
Yeah.
Hello, people.
He ain't got that much to say, man. This guy.
I will. I do have a lot to say. I just don't want to go onto the tangent just yet.
Okay. You gonna wait till we get into. We about to get into the shits. We definitely gonna get into the shits. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna wait. And we got another co-host, man. You know what I'm saying? Marianne, aka Mimi. Yeah, this is her first time on the show, man. So she gonna be giving her input and everything on what's been going on. A little bit.
I don't talk too much. But
She definitely quiet, y'all. But we about to make her speak the fuck up today. We about to make her speak the fuck up today. Yes, sir.
It is time for all of us to speak up.
Exactly, man.
know?
So, man, how y'all been going on with this pandemic, man, dude? Since this pandemic started, man, dude, it feel like everybody been like fucking zombies and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they like one little routine, just walking around dead. Like this COVID-19 really took a fucking impact on everybody.
I think it did. It has taken an impact in so many like ways. You know, think about the things that people do.
Yeah.
And we're talking about like for us, because especially people that know about locker room talk, we talk about fitness all the time.
Exactly.
We had to adjust a lot.
It's just a lot.
But I think mostly, I think a lot of the issue is that when we chose to respond, or when the government chose to respond and the CDC chose to respond, and all these politically or backed organizations decided to respond and put pressure on businesses to adhere to public health changes and nuances. It just spiked a lot of fear.
Yeah.
So if people are walking around like zombies, it's because like fear does that to you, man.
Yeah.
Like if fear can cripple you no matter where you are. And then also the numbers that are like just forced on you every day. Like if you have Apple, think about like Apple News that like comes, they force you to have that app.
Yeah.
The great thing for me is I do have Apple for work, you know what I mean?
Right.
But like I don't like,
it just pops up.
I don't have it all the time, so I don't see it. But like when I open up like my Apple phone, I'm just like, wow, every day.
Yeah.
Oh, new findings of this. And then if you go back to the beginning of it, it's way different information than what you're getting now.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, you have so much political influence and so many conspiracy theories around it.
Yeah.
And then a leader of a nation that doesn't know the idea of like, hey, candor, like there's a way to kind of explain when 300 million people will see you,
Right.
There's a way to like maybe not be so egotistical about like how to say things,
And the different scenarios they came up with as far as the different ways you can get it. That would fucking have me paranoid.
Yeah.
As fuck.
Yeah.
Like they came up with different symptoms like almost every day on how to catch this damn disease,
every
man.
week there's something new.
I mean, I used to walk outside. I cough. I was like, "Fuck, I got the corona."
Everybody, that's the thing. Everybody was like, "Oh, how do I know if I have it or not?"
Yeah.
And I think that's another reason why you'd be upset. You'd be like, "Oh my god, like damn, like I don't know, like if I have a fever and things like that."
Itchy throat.
And how long? And everybody, we all deal with like some form of like a little something that kind of knocks us on our ass once a year, right? Like maybe for a day or so.
Right.
And now you have that mental stress on top of like the possibility of just being slightly ill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's so many different ways to get ill, but it's hard to be informed when everybody's like sending you the same like shit every day.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And watching the damn news and indicating how many died today, how many died the next day, or this many people died this day. I mean,
it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
'Cause at the same time, you want the news to be unbiased and like.
Yeah, but
like,
it feels like they talk more about the death instead of like the survival
recovery.
rate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They could say, hey, you know what? You have a great chance to recover.
Exactly.
And everybody like, okay, yeah, I can recover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think, there's so many conspiracy theories behind like the vaccination, and things like that, and how companies that are wanting to vaccinate people are like behind it.
Right.
There's even my own podiatrist said like, if you have a flu vaccine, you're at more risk of getting sick from it. If you never had one, you have more opportunity to recover.
Right.
Just because vaccines are from like pig cells or something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was like, wow, vaccines are from, and I guess there is some facts to that. You know how vaccines.
Shoot.
You know what I mean? Like,
I
so
actually get vaccine.
you get flu
yeah,
vaccine.
because I usually I remember back then when I maybe about 3 years ago, I always get sick like, and then my mom was like, okay, maybe you should get flu shot, and I'm like, okay, let me try it. So I got it the next year, and surprisingly, I actually didn't get sick that year.
Oh, okay. So you
And
feel like it worked.
I did get sick once, but it was very short. I would get sick for at least 2 months straight before. Yeah, maybe because I was overweight too.
Yeah.
That kind of,
lifestyle has a lot to do with that.
I think that
Well,
helps
since
too,
I was
yeah.
obese, that my obesity kind of like affects your health overall. But
I mean, I thought it helped me in some kind of way, so I get it every year now.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you told me that, I don't know. I didn't even know.
And honestly, I'm not trying to spread any like propaganda.
Right.
This is just what my podiatrist told me. He was just, and he's a podiatrist. It's not like he's an infectious disease specialist. He's just a natural doctor guy, and he's in his 60s, and he looks like he's like 30 something though. But he just said like, yeah, like, because it's a new strand, it could affect you worse because you have antibodies for a different strand, and I guess whatever the body does. But this is the thing. Back to what you're saying, I do feel like there was too much fear mongering on the idea of sickness and death opposed to recovery rates.
Right.
Because every NBA player that we know about recovered. Unfortunately, Kat's mother, passed away.
Right.
That's Karl Anthony Towns for all those people that don't know the NBA.
Right.
But, but there's definitely underlying conditions there.
Exactly.
So it's not like she got it and then just all of a sudden she was debilitated, Yeah. So, I mean, there's just a low possibility of like being in the hospital and being in a fatal condition, from it.
Yeah.
And I think that should be highlighted.
And all the other bullshit, like when they said black people can't get it, I'm like, fuck all that.
Why would people?
Man, I'm like, man, soon they said some shit like that, man. I'm like, man, dude, if anybody else can catch it, black people can catch it too. Ain't like we're inferior to know the disease or not. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. I'm so glad we're doing video so people can see my face. Bro.
I mean, that was the most ridiculous shit
Just
I
look
ever
at
heard.
me, man.
I'm
gonna tell you, I even have some artists that I respect, like as far as lyricism, tell me some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, well, like, cool. And like, I'm gonna stay like this 6 feet away from you though, straight up. Like that's what's about to happen. Cause like I heard it and I was like, he's like, black folks can't get this, man. We good. Like, I'm like, you might be good, bro. But the thing is that, and you might not have any to deal with this, but a lot of people are dealing with it. You know what I mean? And I just feel like that's just sending the wrong message if they get on like a public platform and say like, oh, black folks can't get this. It's just, I mean, it's just an ignorant thing to say.
Exactly. I'm telling you, man. And
how did that even start?
Oh no, I mean, it only
That's
takes
crazy.
one.
and
out
people
here.
just going crazy. And I'm still not getting over the toilet tissue thing. I'm like, dude, it must be a bad case of diarrhea in this bitch. Motherfucker buying up
I
damn toilet
know.
tissue and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I
what
know.
do the coronavirus got to do with wiping your ass? You know?
It just kind of lets you know, though. It's a telltale sign that
It's like
people
a-
panic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And honestly, the people that are buying up all the toilet paper, majority, are people that have conformed to a white normative a narrative of life. Like, just like we deserve all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And no one else does. It's
Yeah.
individualism.
Yeah.
It doesn't build culture in
Right.
any society, any country, to feel like you are not connected to the person next to you, no matter who they are. And that's the culture. For people to go out and ransack an entire place
Yeah.
and take all it, you do understand if you take 10 rolls of toilet paper and there's only 20, but there's 100 people in the store, 200 people in the
Right.
store, or 1,000 people that will go all day, you are depriving someone.
Right.
And I really feel like at this time it's up to us to take individual responsibility and not relying on Target to take responsibility and say we're going to put a limit at 2. Like, like, how come you can't think for yourself? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, there's people that have a certain persuasion of politics,
Yeah.
and they believe in this individualism. You know what I'm saying? And they and then they get mad when a company says, "Well, we're gonna stop this," and say you can't take all this stuff. Because it needs to be and it's like, which way do you win with these people? Like, I don't know, man. Like, you say, okay, like, no, I want to govern myself and I want to be able to make my own decisions, as you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there is a responsibility when you're in a society of 350 million people, in a country of 350 million people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a responsibility that we have for ourselves and others,
Right.
and I think that's what a lot of our culture is missing. That's what we're battling with.
And me and man
You
growing
know?
up in the South, that I never complain about if something runs out. That I straight hit to survival mode because I learned from my daddy. I mean, if we run out of toilet paper, hey, I'm just gonna get some new paper or get some old towels or something like that, wipe my butt with. Or if
think about it.
I
It's
run
the
out of
dirty
water,
South, bro.
I'm gonna get some water out of the faucet and boil it.
Dirty
I mean, you gotta learn survival mode, and that's what I think is wrong with the world today.
And that's the culture that I speak of, because
Yeah.
they're just expecting everything to be already set for them.
Yeah.
They expect to be given opportunities instead of making the opportunities. We've had to make a lot of opportunities, so we're not as pessimistic. Like, we do know that there's like a whole way to adjust to life. Like, you can't just wash your 25 washcloths if you have no toilet paper. If there's no toilet paper in the world.
Right.
The funny thing is the world pollution would probably be like a lot less dramatic, but it does suck to feel like you gotta you gotta do that. You know what I mean? Toilet paper has given us a luxury to be able to throw stuff away that we weren't able to before, like, so fast, I guess.
Well, as a Filipino, we don't really use toilet paper much. I mean,
explain.
it's crazy. I mean, I'm sure people knows about this, but not you guys. But if you have Filipino friends, we actually have this
A bidet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like a
It's
it's like a little container. It's like a bidet, but we call it tabo.
Oh, okay.
In Filipino.
Is it connected to the toilet?
No, this one is. So this is way back in the Philippines. So we have this little like we use cups or like something to put water in, and then you just wash yourself.
Yeah, that's the old school bidet.
Yeah.
And as we became more industrialized, people put them in the toilets. And I feel like the entire toilet
see a
paper
lot.
industry is at risk if people smarten up and they put bidets in there.
I still don't think that clean your ass that very good either.
It does. I've used a
No,
bidet,
yeah.
and you use
You
way
can soap
less.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then you just dry it. And
Yeah.
You just use way
That's
less.
when we use the toilet paper
I
to
feel
dry
real
it.
conflicted with something something that powerful force spraying in my butt. I feel really weird.
I will tell you this though. I will
For
tell you
real.
this. I saw this video on YouTube that was explaining how ridiculous it is that we don't all use bidets, or Thabo for that matter, is because like, so she stepped in the shower and she grabbed a towel and she said, I'm just gonna clean myself. There's no water running.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, this is what you think you're cleaning your butt. This is how you clean your butt. Because you're taking a dry towel to your butt.
Yeah.
And
true.
so she's like, I mean, at least, if I even get like a baby wipe, it even makes sense.
Yeah.
But why would I do this without water and soap? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
True.
not actually cleaning myself. I am just wiping off like whatever is surfaced on here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So people are probably buying a bunch of toilet paper because it takes a lot of toilet paper. Do it right.
But anyway,
Anyway,
you still
moving
gotta
on.
wipe your butt
I know.
and all that, man.
But yeah, toilet paper. Wow, what a tangent.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. But I see things are starting to opening back up after all this chaos, man. And as far as the stores are opening up carefully, but I was wondering about the gyms, man. How the gyms and everything are going to open back up? Cause I'm like 24 hours is not open up yet, but I heard like down south that a lot of the smaller gyms are opening
opening
back
up.
up. Cause I'm like, man, how these gyms gonna open back up? Cause if you work out, if you run, if
Can't
you
wear a mask.
pumping weight, you got they require you guys. They say you gotta wear a mask, but I know
I heard it's
good way in
mandatory.
hell you can't wear no mask while you're working out. You gonna pass the fuck out.
Yeah. What do you got to take on that?
I don't know. I overheard like mandatory, like you have to wear mask, but it's really, I tried running with mask. It's not doable.
You tried it? Oh,
Yeah.
I
yeah,
won't.
no, it's not.
I don't. I mean, it's like smelling yourself the whole time.
This
Like,
mask I got right here, this joke
Oh
like
my god.
thick as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like suffocating yourself, basically.
it is, and this is the thing. It's actually not as healthy. I mean, what it does is prevent you from catching things like a coronavirus. But if you're out and you're in a fully aerated place, I mean, you're inhaling a lot of particles.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Right.
But if your body's working and you need that oxygen,
Yeah.
the worst thing you can do is deprive it.
Right.
You're gonna injure yourself. Your muscles need the oxygen. You can overexert yourself without the proper breathing. If they're mandatory asking people to wear masks within in a like 24-hour fitness or whatever,
Right.
yeah, there's no way I would go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And far as the weigh equipment, how the weigh equipment is so close together, they're gonna have to separate that. And some of these gyms are so small they can't do that.
Yeah. I just think that I don't know if there's a world without social distancing, but I think there should be.
Yeah.
So I do believe that gyms should have a chance to open back up. You know what I mean?
I think so, but
Maybe not right now. Depending on man, it's so hard to say, man.
Yeah,
I won't even pretend to be an authority on that, like, or have the right thing to say. But I will say that if you ask people to wear masks, you're just opening because you're desperate. Then.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
saying, hey, I'm just gonna let these dumb folks walk in here with
Yeah.
these masks, and I'm not calling everybody dumb that works out with a mask because I've seen it, but I just think that it's not the smartest way to get
Not
there.
everyone's gonna do it.
Yeah,
I mean, they're gonna
exactly.
take it off once they're in.
I think they're just saying when you walk in here, have the
Yeah.
mask on,
Yeah.
air quotes, like, and then you take it off to work out.
Yeah.
and working out on the equipment, you got to sanitize it. If they're gonna have
I think that's
machine,
important. Period, though.
But
I think that's
either-
the way to
every
get
machine.
Even before the virus, I always sanitize.
Right.
You-
But some
Yeah.
people don't sanitize,
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't always.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like,
Exactly.
dudes, we're awful.
Yeah, exactly.
I came out the basketball court and I'm like lathered up, man, and I just jump on this thing and it's just like it's like sticking to me, like,
Right.
you know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
just like looking at it like,
Oh.
so my towel is in the locker. Just what you gonna do? Blow on it, I don't
Air
know.
dry this.
I don't know. I just try to stay on it
No,
until I'm done,
yeah.
so I don't go back to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're right. Like, that is a sense of responsibility I think I should take now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I think sanitizing is way more important than wearing a mask.
Yeah.
If you're going to the gym, I think the most important thing that the biggest thing that would be a help is just the the fever monitor.
Yeah.
I think fever monitoring is way better than wearing a mask.
Yeah, they need to check your temperature as soon as you walk in.
Right.
But what about the people that are symptomatic?
Asymptomatic?
Yeah.
That's the thing. You're asymptomatic. There's no way for you to know until you get tested.
Right.
That's why testing is a big deal. And there are people spreading real positive information about, like, testing is the key to winning and being knowledgeable about what to do and how to behave. It's got to be testing, because if you have it and, if you show antibodies, that's a good thing. If you show that you have the virus without antibodies, that's good. If you show that you have zero, that's good. There's three levels to my knowledge about how that works. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I mean, I just think masks are great for grocery stores. I think masks are great for shopping malls. Maybe even for, like, basketball games, like sporting events, perhaps too. I just think it's necessary maybe to just always have it when you walk in, and then when you sit down, you kind of, nobody can govern you that closely. The only thing I'm afraid of is also is the biggest issue. A bigger issue is children. With this, because I have school-age kid, and she, like, their socialization is half of the education, and that's at risk right now. So I think that's a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and everything. And as far as another issue, I think gonna come with gyms is appointments, because a lot of people like working out in the morning time. So if they're gonna let this certain amount of people in, and people gotta go to work, how they gonna schedule that? I mean, that's gonna be hard. Like, the gym's gonna have to, work with a lot of stuff when they try to open back up. They got a lot of they got a lot of options they got to go through to see how they make this work.
Yeah, I think the 24-hour fitnesses are gonna struggle.
They're probably gonna kind of, like, since there's a lot of space, they're probably gonna take out some machines. I don't know, or make more space so you're not right next to each other.
They issued a video statement of what they're intended to do. I watched it. They said they're repurposing some courts, and they're doing where you go online and you choose your time that you work out, and it'll show when it's full. So if you want to go in at 10, you can't go in at 10 if it's full, but you can choose like 11 or 12, and people will choose throughout the day when they're going to go. And then once that allotment is full, then you get like a notification. You go and you scan that. Oh, yeah, I made this appointment.
Actually, I got an email from UFC, and that's what they're doing. They actually have an app where you can schedule, or you have to sign up for a class, and then they'll let you know if it's full or not.
Yeah.
And then you get to save your spot.
The
other gyms, I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. This might be a crazy idea. It might be a good idea. I think every gym should have, how the COVID-19, they got the testing sites. They should have it at the gym.
Yeah.
And all the members get tested.
That makes sense.
That would make sense for them to have a testing tent at the gyms. I'm trying to figure out why they wouldn't have that, though. I don't know. Does it cost money to have it there?
It's free. I mean, you can get tested for free.
I'm trying to figure out why 24-hour fitness hasn't already done that. Because it would be ideal for them.
Yeah.
I mean, people would go just to do that, and then they could sell the memberships on top of it.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's gonna happen, guys. It's too obvious.
You heard it here first. It's 12 hours. You heard it here first.
I think that's a very obvious idea, man. Like, somebody's gonna do it.
Yeah.
If they have access to the testing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There are some people that can get access to it.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. How many hundreds of people are going to go to 24-hour fitnesses now? Like,
exactly. Who going to take that risk? I mean, I damn sure not going to take that risk.
I sure hope another gym is listening other than 24-hour fitness.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if they end up doing that, and shit, I'm going to be like, damn, man, I got to go there now. Again, after I broke that addiction to that place, man.
Exactly.
It's an ugly addiction, 24-hour fitness.
Yeah.
It's a weird, because we all have to go. You know what I mean? Like, to stay fit. Like, we got to choose to go to one of. I mean, because they offer the most stuff for the cheapest price. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I like to lather up on a basketball court or something like that, and then hit the weights, and then hit a sauna and a steam.
Yeah.
Like,
who gonna sit in the sauna right now?
Oh God, that's gonna stay closed.
Yeah,
sure.
I miss them. I miss them. I honestly, like, I'm thinking about now, like if I buy a house, I'm
I want
definitely
a
putting a
yeah.
sauna in there, dude. Like it's just not and a steam, like just
Yeah.
trying to like put them together because I think I need that in my life
Yeah.
than I thought.
Yeah.
For a whole year, I was doing like sauna steam like 3 times a week,
Yeah.
and now it's gone. I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like after workout, you need it, right? Like what do you do after workout? Like I still stink, you know, because steam and sauna actually kind of helps like slough off a lot of the funk that you build when you're working out. You know,
I mean, I like the steam room. I'm not a big fan of. What I love is the massage. They're getting a good massage.
Oh yeah,
that's why I love. You know.
Yeah, it might be. You might be.
And Lifetime Fitness, where I used to go to when I was in Chicago.
Love them.
Did a lot of that.
Lifetime Fitness is great. They just need to lower their prices.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
But it's worth it, right?
I mean, yeah, it's worth it, but still, they need to lower their prices just a hair.
I think because I worked for them for a bit during the Ultimate Hoops, which is the coolest men's league in the nation. That's not professional or any form of it. And they, for the plan that I had for just like volunteering to do that, was $200 a month.
Yeah.
It included childcare, which is cool. You had some voucher like discount to their cafe, which was great, and then you had they had massage therapy. There you had like one free or 2 or 3 free massages a month. Right. Man, they had 4 racquetball courts, a indoor soccer.
What?
2 basketball courts with like 10 rims. Like it was 2 levels. So the second level had all the workout equipment, and the first level had a lounge with the basketball games playing and the football games playing, and you could sit out there until midnight. They were on 10. They were
definitely high maintenance, man. It was like one of the best gyms,
and it's one of the only ones that professional athletes go to.
Yeah.
Like get what you pay for.
Yeah, they treat you like royalty, man.
They do.
Yeah, treat you like kings and queens up in there. That's why I love going to. Yeah, but you're gonna pay that price.
Yep.
Yeah. Lifetime. That's what they call it, lifetime fitness.
Lifetime. You might pay a lifetime's worth of money if you're there for 10 years. You're like, dang man, I gave y'all $1 million.
Oh. But yeah, man. As far as I see a lot of people too, as far as this pandemic, man, they doing like the home workouts. I mean, which is it's good, it's cool. I really don't. I don't like doing it because I don't want to fuck up my own shit. You know what I'm saying? I see jokers jumping on top of couches, doing shit on goddamn
like
chairs and all that. I ain't
finna
fuck all my damn furniture because I know I'm a little bit heavier and I ain't that light, you know? So
you're a lot lighter than you used to be.
Yeah. But I ain't finna do all that crazy shit. Plus, I sweat a lot. So my shit be smell like a sweat box.
You know, honestly, that happens anyway because, I mean, I love my daughter, but we turn our entire front room into a dance studio like every day. Yeah. So she can do, because, you know, she's on point. It's so much pressure for, you know, with the ballet. And sometimes I walk in and she's 15 minutes into, they do a whole Zoom class with it. And so she's doing her whole thing. And it smells like a sweat box. Like, and I'm like, this is a kid that like barely weighs 100 pounds. So it's not even like, so it's anybody, bro. Like you're not alone in that. Because I even do it too. Because I'm super guilty of it. Because I use resistance ropes.
Right.
And I wake up and I do like yoga, and then I'll do like some, you know, the stuff we did at Muscle Farm. Shout out Muscle Farm, by the way.
Nice.
Where they did the hip openers. And then the quick feet stuff. Right. I do that in my living room.
I can't do that.
And I'm telling you, man, it gets funky up in there.
Yeah,
you know
I work out in my room. It's part. I mean, you're gonna get sweaty either way. I mean, I started when I started my journey. I actually did home videos. I don't know, you guys remember Tybo?
Yeah.
Billy Blanks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Billy Blanks is a legend.
Yes.
That's all I do before,
Oh.
and it's in my room.
Yeah, and it just seems like the videos. That's what I see most of the trainers doing right now. They're doing like the home videos.
Yeah, Fit On and now 24 has jumped on it. Everybody's had to.
But the only thing I hate about far as the home video, it seems like the trainers that instruct you just like robots. Do this, Okay, you saw that. Now do this.
I think there's different ones.
Now do
Yeah.
this.
There's fun ones.
I'm sorry, bro. Your experience is awful.
I'm like, man, as far as I said, dude, there's no personality or none of that shit on here, man. I'm
No,
like,
there are some that's very like uplifting and like they're.
Well, let me tell you this, bro. Let me just like break it down real fast so that it can be.
Maybe I'm going through the depressed.
Yeah.
I'm going through something.
The women are the best ones on the videos.
Yeah.
Because they're so aligned with like motivating like anyone. They're like, you're gonna feel this, and they're so particular on like where the burn is, and they tell you you're gonna feel this burn right here, right above your butt, and you just hold on, girl, you got this, you got this.
Yeah.
And I see like Monique doing it, and I'm like, dang, man, like, yeah, she's, because I'm gonna tell you, I've always been fit, but she's never had to do anything. She's been one of those lucky people, you know, that you're angry about.
Yes.
Their body never changes. They eat whatever they want, and they just always look good.
Right.
Like, she was making fun of my chicken legs the other day, and I'm like, you know what? They're just skinny. And you know what? It's because they're longer than yours that they look skinny. Like, if I was shorter like you, they would look all great. You know what I mean? But she just started doing squats at 30-something.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You see that? Like, so anyway, what I'm saying is that, like, even though it's tough for her, she burns a lot, like trying to get it done. But what I've noticed is that a lot of the women trainers on there on these videos, they're so particular on like what muscle to use, and they're talking through it, and they're just burning like, oh, this burns me too. You know what I mean? And I think that's necessary for guys too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I've just seen that maybe because of her, but you're right. Like, guys are like, okay, turn here and then do that. You know, that's not as great. You need somebody there working out with you, doing it, especially if you're talking about a video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They need to be moving the weight like you're moving the weight,
Right.
Yeah.
doing the push-ups like you're doing it. If you're doing a yoga,
I don't want to see the trainer doing it with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see the trainer just instructing somebody.
agreed. Say that one more time. Say that one more time,
I
bro.
want to see the trainers doing it too. I don't want to see them just fucking instructing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, most of the videos I've been seeing is, I mean, they're actually doing the actual workout with them.
But as far as the Zoom, I'm talking about as far as the Zoom trainings.
Yeah. They do the workout, like they're doing the workout with the actual client.
Man, you've had a terrible
I
experience.
know. I was like, which
You need to fire them people.
Yeah.
You need to do a Yelp review. You need to do all that. Like, look, these people suck. Like,
I mean,
and I'm not hating. They just suck. Just don't waste your time.
Really going on with your life. You training like this. You need some help. You need to go to a therapist.
I know.
But for real, what me and Marianne been doing though, as far as we were going outside, you know. Because we need that fresh air.
I actually appreciate the outside workouts more, like the outdoor workouts.
And I've seen you guys do it. You posted it on like Instagram a couple of times, man. Yeah, you know, Preezy getting on his Aaron Donald workouts. And then you know,
boxing. He's
getting the boxing.
Yeah, because you're helping him out with that. You know what I mean?
Dude, I started running, man. I hated running.
Yeah.
I hated running back in the day. But it got to a point now I'm starting to love it.
Yeah.
I started running. I run 2 miles now. I try to run 3 miles now. I try to run 4 miles. You know, it's a sense of therapy. Plus, I got my headphones on and I'm in a free state of mind.
And I think learning how to overcome those mental blocks to working out is the way we can all get better in any community, but like us that like focuses on our health, or anyone that focuses on their health during this time. I've seen a lot more people running, of course.
Yeah, a lot more biking.
Yeah, biking. You can't find a bike nowhere now.
You can't find a bike?
Yeah, they're sold out.
They're sold
really?
out everywhere.
I've had the same bike for 7 years, so I'm like on point. But like I hear you, man. Like I didn't know that bikes were like sold out. Maybe because I haven't shot for it.
Because there's no gym and everybody needs stuff to do. Plus kids like to ride bikes, grown-ups like to ride bikes. Mm-hmm. I mean, they need some type of activity to help them. You stuck in the house.
You know, come to think of it, I tried to buy like a little tricycle for 7, and you know, 'cause it's just 2. You know what I mean? Like a little handheld one. It was available on Amazon, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it on Friday, and then it was like unavailable. I was like, like, and they were like, oh, like available for next day delivery. I was like, that means they got a lot. Usually they say only 2 left. But this one like went from like, it was like a Wednesday to a Friday, and it was like gone. And then you can buy it from other sellers. It'll be here like August 4th. I was like, August 4th? It's May. What do you mean? Like, you know, so
delay of COVID.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, but Amazon actually, like, even though it says August, sometimes it comes earlier.
Yeah.
You gotta be
I
on
don't
that
know.
Prime. You gotta be there and point member.
I am a Prime. I've been Prime for like 3
You
years.
ain't no Prime member. They don't give a shit about
Man,
you.
I got Prime. I've been paying them, man. I got like, man, I've ordered everything from them, man.
I
Yeah,
know,
Amazon
Amazon's
shit,
like
what?
everything.
It's incredible, dude. Like, I actually looked
If you
there.
want air, you probably can get it from goddamn Amazon. I need a gallon of oxygen. You can get it for $29.99 for goddamn Amazon.
What was that? I think that was a Dr. Seuss movie where they were selling air. Like, they were like, poop, popping bottles of air. Like, oh, this is the best oxygen ever.
Exactly. Man,
Forgot what it was.
I'm gonna tell you another thing too, man. If you just want to get some good exercise and all that, going hiking, man. I started going hiking, man. Hiking is really good.
Yeah,
It's
all the
just
people that are
experience.
watching this that aren't in Southern California, like, yeah, hiking is like going out and to explore is something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of our culture though out here.
Yeah.
So like, there's so much landscape. So we do get out. Majority of us get out, and because any community in L.A. County, Orange County, well, maybe not San Bernardino. No shade to San Bernardino, but the truth is like, I mean, it's hard to, there's hiking, there's mountains everywhere. So.
Yeah.
With the mountain ranges and everything, you can always drive 30 minutes out from wherever you are and find a fantastic hike that will get you somewhere where you can see a great view,
Yeah.
and some clarity. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? All that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many home workouts, but like I was saying before, is that finding that consistency is probably the biggest mental hurdle.
Yeah.
Like waking up every day and saying, "Oh, I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna fit this in." It's so easy to say no still,
Yeah.
but like think about it. When you had the gym, there was a little bit more motivation. I think we get stronger now by like forcing ourselves to like be creative at the same time.
Yeah.
Not just like, oh, okay, this machine is gonna be for my hip flexors, and this is gonna be for my, chest, back, whatever. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? So now we have to be creative. I think it's fantastic. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think there's loads of opportunity in this, and there's loads of choice and perspective, because we can be like, incredibly relaxed during all this.
And that's the only thing I can see that's great about the pandemic, what we went through, because it does help people be more creative. Because you don't depend on the gym.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I could go do this. I could go ride a bike. I can go hiking. I can go meditate outside. I can go read. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff you can do, be more creative instead of just, you crippled to the gym. I gotta go to the gym. I gotta go to the gym. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and we love the gyms. I mean,
Yeah.
especially being a basketball player, like back in the day, like I love the gym, but like finding ways to work out in different ways and working different muscles is fantastic. Also with nutrition, I don't know how you guys been doing, but I've
Not that good.
Since this pandemic started, I'm like, fuck, I'm at the house. I see a goddamn bag of chips at the house. I'm eating that shit. I'm like, damn, now I start eating some more. And next thing you know, I'm gaining about 10, 15 pounds. I'm like, oh, hell no.
And it's hard when, it's hard when they say, like, you should take out all the bad stuff from your fridge, from your pantry. You can't do that, because you're going to end up in the store anyways and getting that shit.
100%. Like,
I can't.
I'm a snacker
Yes.
holic. But I will tell you though, I mean, because I've been on the path to veganism for like 10 years, and and I finally fully went 100% committed to it like last year, and it's been incredible to be able to make all my food, and it's really revealing of how like creature of habit I am, because it's like the same vegetables, man. Like, I need to take a risk. That's all I'm saying. Like, I got broccoli, peppers, onion, mushroom. Like, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe in some tofu and, and then I just versions of that with rice and with pasta, and you know what I mean? And making tacos. And Beyond Meat, you can't eat that too much. I'm just let you, like everybody know.
What's wrong with Beyond Meat?
There's nothing that anything's wrong with it. It's just, it's a incredibly highly processed food.
Yes.
Okay.
And when your stomach has to work through that, you have to be careful what you put on it season wise, so it doesn't mix well with other seasons.
For real.
I don't get diarrhea from it, but I've had some acute nausea.
Yeah.
But he said diarrhea, but I mean, it's a great. It's still a better digestive tool and better protein access tool than most animal. Definitely more than pork. Because you can't really decipher where the meat's coming from now, especially with COVID and the demand for food in grocery stores and in restaurants. I think this is probably the best time for anybody to try to like eat more plant-based. Yeah. Just because you can wash the plants. Yeah. I'm not saying that the plants are like COVID like free or like anti. Like you still gotta wash everything. Yeah. And then some are pre-washed. But you can find. You can research and find so many forms of healthy proteins through vegetable sources. I mean, I did not lose. I mean, you go through like a transition, and I'm not selling veganism. Just let you know, I'm not part of that cult. But I just think that trying new things and cooking has really definitely helped me. You know what I mean? Like on so many levels, and in budgeting especially because. And then having to wait in line at restaurants, and I love that people are still going to restaurants and getting to go food, especially in like Inglewood and Long Beach, where we have our diverse communities, and we like, we love our restaurants. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm in loving just cooking. You know what I'm saying? To be honest,
that's
more than ever,
man. That's what's up. So all my people out there, man. I mean, that want to survive, just get out there, just stay healthy, man. Just eat right. Take care of your immune system, man. And get some fresh air. I mean, you stay stuck in the house all day, you're going to go fucking crazy.
The sun is your friend.
Yes. Mother Earth is your friend.
So yes.
Don't never abandon Mother Earth. It's the cure to everything, man. So now, I usually say it's time to get into the motherfucking shit. This on some serious shit, and everything. What's going on today as far as the racial injustice in the world, as far as black people, and everything. As far as, George Floyd, R.I.P. to him, him and his family, and Ahmaud Arbery, the
list goes on.
Yes, the list goes on and on. I mean, it's been happening forever, man. And like people hit a breaking point. People just. I mean, me coming from the South, I'm from Mississippi. We always seen the shit, but it was never publicized. So we always knew it was there, but it was it was like a norm. Like, okay, another black person died in the hands of police. So what they gonna do? They gonna
police or hate crimes?
Or hate crimes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So what's gonna happen? Nothing's gonna happen, and it gets swept on the rug. But I guess since this last incident with George Floyd, it impacted so much because the way he did him, it was so disgusting and it pissed me the fuck off. Like seriously.
Yeah, it should piss off anybody. As a matter of fact, I think it's not only a breaking point for all humans, but I think more so is that we're more unified and have grown since 2015.
Right.
Since Trayvon Martin.
Right.
It's taken time to formalize for us to become more unified.
Right.
And when I say us, as far as unification, I'm talking about a perspective. Yeah. Because diversity is not only in cultures and where people are from; it's in perspectives. Right. If you see somebody that looks different but you have the same perspective, you guys can be considered part of the same like so-called culture, right? Like you can say we believe in these values and these qualities and things like that. Yeah. And I think white normative culture have been getting away, and let me say that slower. White normative culture in America has been getting away with believing that it was okay for them to otherize people, you know, and say that, and they found some kind of sweet spot of a feeling that this is the way our world is, and and they taken like some type of ownership of something that actually really never belonged to them.
Right.
And I can speak to this just because I've read over the past month. I've reread a few books.
Yeah.
Tim Wise, if you look him up, he has a letter to white America. He has a book that if you have Audible, just read his recent book.
Tim Wise. Okay.
Yeah, like Dear White America, I believe what it's called. And he speaks from these are the terms that I'm using from his book.
Okay.
And this is a white man that is writing on the plight, the issues, not the plight, the injustice of how they built their culture.
Right.
So he's saying that a lot of people are going through shell shock. A lot of white people are going through shell shock because not only have they been lied to about their own history and been it's been fabricated into feeling like they should have some form of pride,
right,
for the brutality to other humans, you know, over the history of this country. And so I think educators, people that are educated, are finally feeling unified with the youth movement, like BLM and there's so many other movements and organizations that have gotten support.
Right.
And now with social media, we're able to unify globally.
Right.
And
that's the big thing we never had before.
Right. And this and I'm gonna tell you, this is not, I feel like this was bound to happen just based on how the world was going. And I was hoping that it wouldn't be based on a death.
Yeah.
But it would be based on like some other injustice, either somebody being put in jail for the wrong reason, or us just going out and protesting peacefully just because it exists. Because this was existing before George Floyd.
Yeah.
But when George Floyd happens, it forces people that maybe before were sleeping at the wheel to wake up.
Yeah.
And so now people that are not black are like, this is a human issue.
Right.
And then people that are afraid are convoluting the issue.
Right. Right.
And spreading misnomers.
Right.
Black on black crime, misnomer.
Right.
Making his issue about, or Colin Kaepernick's issue about the flag.
Yeah.
Or the country.
Right.
Where that's called a convolution.
Yeah.
You're twisting the narrative.
Yeah. All lives matter. Everybody know all lives matter. But
first of all,
no,
we don't know all lives matter because black lives don't.
Exactly.
So like, you can't use a lame argument.
Right.
And unfortunately, we have people that we respect and that we've met and that we've thought were great are like,
it's a cover up.
Part of this convolution.
It's a fucking cover up, man.
Yeah.
And I hate when people use that. Everybody knows that, but until Black Lives Matter, when did all lives matter? Until Black Lives Matter. You know? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the crazy old deal of it, man. I mean, black people been going through this shit for years and years and years. And it happened over and over again. You know what I'm saying? And it come to another point with black people. Black people, I agree with Shannon Sharp, because Shannon Sharp was talking about...
Shout out Shay Shay, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to reach out to that boy, man.
He was talking about Drew Brees the other day for his bullshit statement. You know,
that's what it is.
Yeah,
it is a bullshit statement.
Yeah, and Tony Duggan said we all need to forgive, and Shannon Sharp said we forgive too much. Black people forgive too much.
And hold on, who says that we don't forgive? That we haven't forgiven him? Who's to say that? I mean, the truth is that like he's still, nobody's stripping him of his livelihood right now. Right. Like, he said it and we're holding him accountable. That's the thing. There's a difference. You know, it's accountability. That's all it is. It's just accountability. It's saying, okay, you saying this, so you now got to find out if if you are saying it's based on like the information you don't know, you know what I'm saying? He's just not. People can give him the benefit of the doubt, but we still have to hold him accountable. Like,
right.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, forgive, but honestly, man, it's been too long.
Exactly.
It's been too long. So,
and like I said, why should I have the right to forgive him? I mean, black people been forgiving. I mean, it haven't been a day yet, and we already forgiven. I mean, come on.
No,
now,
we
man.
don't need to do that.
You know what I'm saying? We've been doing that shit too much. Sometimes we need to harden up and say, no, you gonna eat this shit until it got them stink in your fucking mouth.
Right. I mean, and the thing is, I think he does. I think people don't get the magnitude. So, just off the top, I mean, I keep a list of these names because I just don't remember them all the time. But the biggest ones over the years, of course, is Trayvon Martin, Philando Castile, and now George Floyd. For me, and then Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor. So those 5.
With birthday had passed. Happy birthday.
Just recently, and then there's so much more. Tamir Rice, Oscar Grant, Eric Garner, Samuel DuBose, Sandra Bland, which I remember that one. Terrence Kutcher, Walter Scott.
And the rest of the people whose name have been mentioned that's been covered
those
up.
Those people are just the ones that we're able to say.
Yeah.
We can, but I know this is beyond, this is death we're talking about. We're not talking about injustice because there's more people that have spent their entire lives in prison over false accusations. False convictions. So, and this is the injustice that we're fighting. And for someone like Drew Brees to come out and say this, he's supporting people that are willfully ignorant. And there are them out there because they're willfully ignorant because they are afraid that their white normative culture is at risk. And that's just the truth.
At the end of the day, goddammit.
And we're better without that. So I'm saying we're better without that because we have a better chance to grow as a culture, as a country, for our children, for everyone to have the opportunity to make an opportunity.
Exactly.
Right.
So anyway, I'm sorry.
I'm
not sorry.
right. At the end of the day, man, goddammit, when it comes to a life, the flag is just a piece of cloth. So I don't give a fuck about it. At the end of the day. And I'm not
without moral fabric. You're right.
Yeah.
That cloth.
Yeah,
it's just not the fabric that you really care about. I'm deciphering like if that's what you're saying because I feel the same exact way. But go ahead.
Right. Just like they did Michael Vick with the dog accusation. I mean, he paid his due, and they still crucifying him for what he did to the dog. But he got down,
and he worked his ass off to get back. I'm gonna tell you that guy. I mean, what he went through, dude. And him taking a rap for his friends because it was on his property. You know what I mean?
Right. That's
what he went to prison for what more so what they did.
Right.
Opposed to what he was doing.
Right.
Even if he had done it before.
Right.
It for him to like be able to walk back and for his wife to stick with him for all of that, man. People like Andy Reid to get a guy a chance, all that stuff, man.
Right.
All that is important.
Right.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so passionate about this.
It's just crazy, man, how much bullshit, especially on social media. That's why I need to stay. I need to do like my girl, just take a break from social media for a minute. You know, because it's so much bullshit and so many people that are not informed to what's going on. Everybody know what the fuck is going on. What you see on TV, police killing a black man. What you see on TV,
right?
So, racial injustice.
There are people that will go unsaid on this show that were that I particularly am thinking of, and I just want to say something to, and this is off the cuff, didn't prepare, but to the people that are posting and saying, oh, I don't ask for handouts, and I believe that I've always had the ability to do what I wanted to do and things like that. That's the misinformation.
Yeah.
People that are like, oh, how I became a Trump supporter and I'm a person of color. It's very, it's disappointing.
Yeah.
But you're just a part of that. It's part of the system. And the truth is that like if you're gonna be part of that, it's gonna be a battle.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because I think now more than ever people are clear on what really matters ethically. So like if you choose to say, if you tried to convolute the issue and say that it's about Donald Trump, because this issue is not about Donald Trump. No. This issue is not about calling or demonizing an entire force of police. This is not about that. Mm-hmm. This is about toxicity within the American society. It's the toxicity within the American society. That is what we are battling. We are not. This is not a battle of political perspective, right, or a battle of political policy. We will make those decisions when we vote. We will
right.
make those decisions
exactly.
when we go and see a politician publicly
yeah.
speaking.
Right.
Those things will be hashed out then.
Yeah.
So do not diminish these social toxic issues to politics.
Right.
You're diminishing the issue. You're diminishing these people's quality of life. You're diminishing, right, the need for them to have justice for anyone that hasn't had justice. You're exactly. diminishing it. You're convoluting. You're twisting the narrative. So, as a person in the face of injustice to post, I became a Trump supporter while Donald Trump did something that was very disrespectful to the legacy of this person that was killed.
When you get done, I got something to add.
Yeah. When to this person that was killed, you're not standing for justice.
Right.
You're standing for white supremacy. You're standing for the toxicity in the society. Right. And no matter if you do support Trump, that's fine. But wait to a time when there's time to have a political discussion. At this point, you stand for what you think is right. And if you're going to stand for that, it's turning you into a narrative. No matter how much rhetoric you can spew about what he's done for black jobs or whatever, people do that bullshit all the time. And I just want to say on a public platform that is bullshit. I don't care who you support, dude. This is a life social issue.
Exactly.
Do not diminish this shit.
Exactly.
So anyway.
Exactly.
I digress.
I mean, I'm not a political person. I don't like getting into politics like that, man. Democrat or Republican, I'm the type of person, if he's good for the country, I'm going to vote for him. Yeah. But at the end of the day, if a person is promoting hate,
right,
I don't give a fuck what they did for this damn country.
Thank you.
If they goddamn promoting hate, that motherfucker don't mean shit to me.
Exactly. And it shouldn't mean to anybody. Like that's what I'm saying, Like, and this is a lot of people that view that way, bro. Like, and that's why we need. I mean, that's
money shouldn't even be in the equation when hatred is in it. You know what I'm saying? Money should be in the equation, but people put money into that equation. It's about money and fucking power.
Discussion about money. I'm like, why?
Why?
Greg Jennings, NFL receiver,
mm-hmm.
Minnesota, Viking, still lives in Minneapolis. Says something really great on this on Undisputed,
right.
Skip and Shannon. They talked to him and he said he had to ask himself a question because he knew his business was at risk. He had to ask himself a question. Am I more upset about losing some of this business or upset about a man losing his life unjustifiably, like to police brutality? And he has to say, honestly, it's legitimate that these people are angry.
Yeah.
And it's legitimate that I could possibly lose my business. And would I be angry? No, I'm not going to be angry. I mean, I'm going to be upset, but not angry.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Too bad we can't talk about this more, man, but we have to get on out here. At the end of the day, man, y'all know what's right and y'all know what's wrong, man. Do the fucking right thing. All my protesters out there, continue protesting, continue doing it for the right reasons, and let's stay strong, y'all. And this is your boy Big Preezy of Locker Room Talk. Let's get these games, yeah. Man! Let's get these games, yeah! My bad.